All right, so this is the Dandelion Tremolo version 2 from Flower Petals. And this is a really fun analog optical tremolo with some digital controls. And they fit a lot into kind of a standard pedal size format here. 4 controls here. On the lower right, we have our speed or our rate. And then to the left of that, we have our depth. Above that, we have a boost control here. And then to the right of that is the wave shape selector. This wave shape selector is continuously variable. So not only do you have like a sawtooth, triangle, sine wave, square wave, but you have everywhere in between. So it's fun to kind of get some unique combinations of that rather than just hard stops between different modes. And then in addition, we have a bunch of toggle switches here too. This top switch here goes between standard and harmonic tremolo. Standard tremolo, of course, is just turning things up and down. And harmonic tremolo modulates the upper frequencies and the lower frequencies alternating to each other. So when it turns the upper frequencies up, the lower are down and vice versa. In addition to that, below that, there's a switch here to kind of change the voice of the harmonic tremolo. This only affects the harmonic mode. So you can have kind of a more trebly sort of voicing, a more bass-focused voicing, or a balance of the two. And then below that, we have this dual mode switch. When you switch this up, the tremolo will change between two different rates. So switched it up here. The way you set that secondary speed is by holding down this on switch and then adjusting this speed control here. In addition to that, you can change how quickly it changes from one to the other with this wave shape control also while you're holding down that on switch. And then one of the coolest features of this pedal, I think, is when you're not in dual mode. So when you have this bottom switch down, and then you hold down the tap foot switch, it will ramp down or ramp up to your secondary tempo. And again, you set that the same way by holding down this on foot switch and then selecting another speed here. So let's just do that actually. So, all right, so let's say I want to go from that, like a pretty slow rate, to something like really fast, and I want to very slowly, gradually ramp up to that rate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down this on foot switch here, and then I'm going to select my secondary rate here, which I'm just going to go super fast, and then I'm going to adjust this wave shape selector almost all the way to the left, which will give me a really slow ramp to that tempo. Then I release the on foot switch, and then I'm going to go back to that original tempo that I was at on this speed control. So hopefully that made sense. Now let's see if it worked. Pretty fun to be able to do that, and you could think of the application when you're playing live to be able to step on, hold down that tap foot switch and be able to switch between two different rates. It's really cool. One other thing that's great about this is when you're in harmonic mode, and especially if you have kind of a deeper depth to it. Let's just play this here. It almost has a little bit of a Leslie, rotating speaker type of effect. So you could do kind of what you do with a B3, which is you're always playing with that rotating speaker between slow and fast. You could do sort of a similar thing. Man, that's pretty cool. I can totally see using that in a band environment. If you're playing kind of a swimmy lead, kind of a thing, using that foot switch to go between those two tempos, it's very creatively inspiring. In addition, it's got this expression tap input over here, which you can use with an expression pedal to control the speed, to vary the speed. You can get even more control over it that way, or you can also use that with an external tap tempo. So really cool, the Dandelion version 2 from Flower Pedals. Definitely check it out if you get a chance. Very impressive pedal, tons of features, small footprint, all analog, optical tremolo. Let me know if you have any questions about this pedal down in the comments below. That's going to be it from me today, and we'll see you all next time.